take a look at the board. Attack Sea Hag. Noble Brigand. Well, you can trash cards with remakes, so Sea Hag doesn't seem that fantastic. There's also Bonfire. Great! There's Native Village, which is the only village. Draw a Council Room. Lab. I'm looking for payload. There's plus buy with Council Room and Distant Lands. Battlefield makes you want a green earlier, but Distant Lands kind of takes care of that. So I want to go remake, want to get thin. I want to build a deck that uses probably Native Villages and Council Rooms to draw cards. Maybe just one of those, and then probably a decent number of labs. Distant Lands may play a factor here, but we'll see about that. The payload of this is treasures, it looks like. There's no big remake tricks that I'm seeing here, so... Noble Brigand could matter, but I'm not really certain about how much. This is a little bit sad. I think I would have gotten a remake here on 5. But he can't get a dungeon. Also, Bonfire was worth considering there. I probably should have gotten the Bonfire, to be honest. All right. He has a remake now. I don't really think the lady's worth it. I'm thinking about getting a second remake here. Seems pretty solid. Let's do it. That was almost a misclick. I'm going to try and pair this with 2 estates. I want to get at least... Okay, great. I wanted to get at least like 1 silver out of it, but... yeah, let's get the silver. The sooner I get these labs online, the sooner I can draw some cards, man. Hey, this is great. Get another native village. Get probably silver and dungeon. I do want a second silver in my deck. And I might be bonfiring some of these coppers soonly. Let's get another one of these guys. I'm going to want some of those. Trying to think of any card that I wouldn't just pick up. I think maybe I would keep a dungeon on the mat. That's about it, though. Okey-doke. Yeah, let's get another one of these. I'm going to buy a lab this turn. I'm probably not going to play a remake. I just don't feel the need to play a remake this turn. I would rather get a lab in my deck and start concentrating on payload and draw. And by lab, I think I mean council room. I have 3 native villages, so let's get the council room here. Okay, where's this guy at? He's finally getting rid of the last of his estates. I think I'm 1 remake play thinner than him right now. Okay, I'd really like to find the council room this turn, and I can dig 4 cards for it, so I have a decent shot of finding it. It's actually a little better because I can play some native villages too. Now it's really good. I'm almost certainly going to find it. I'd like to remake the remake this turn, probably get a lab from it, and then I want to start getting some payload. The ideal turn looks like remake, trash, copper, remake, gain lab, play a dungeon, buy something good, depending on how we feel about our life, we might get a lab or a gold or something. Noble Brigand. All right, we're going to go down that road. I should also consider distant lands when we get there. Sea Hag. Now? No. Don't do that. Don't get that card. That's not a good card. Okie doke. We found it. Borp. So on our mat, we have most of the good cards in the deck. We run a small risk of not finding a native village next turn. I'm trying to think about what I want, right? I'm really tempted by this distant lands, but his Noble Brigand makes me want to be very cautious. I'm probably not going to bonfire this turn because he got this Noble Brigand. I just don't want to be stuck without like any payload in my deck, because it could be really painful to get back up from that. So I'll get a silver. I'm going to buy a silver. Now, what fiver do I want? I don't want another council room. That's not necessary. It's either distant lands or lab. I'm feeling greedy. Okay, got a dungeon out. But it doesn't look like this turn's going to be ultra fantastic. Okay, I would have liked to draw those. Thanks. That's the worst part about this attack, is that I couldn't draw those cards. The copper I'm not super concerned with. Alright, now we can't be screwing around anymore. I'm going to probably end up getting a lap this turn. I could remake the distant lands. Seems okay. I got my 2 VP tokens out of it. Like, this seems pretty decent. Alright, it's a turn, kids. We did it. Those last 2 cards are not great. They're both, oh wait, they're both dungeons. Interesting. Thanks, deck. What do I do about that? I'm thinking like distant lands and lab. The lab seems a little bit on the conservative side, but I don't know. This guy could, whatever. I guess it's fine. Overdraw's okay here. It's not the best. I mean, I can remake something, but like, what am I remaking into? A Noble Brigand and then playing it? I'm not really impressed. Really? Again? Come on, buddy. Knowing I'm not going to hit my council room this turn feels very bad. Okay. This is a very strange play to play this distant lands. Like, I definitely would have remade the distant lands here. Like, you have a silver in your deck now and a gold. And, like, you probably want those cards. Second Noble Brigand just is not doing anything. Like, that's just remake food. Can I find a lab, please? I'd like that very much. I think I'm just not going to find a lab. I think I'm not going to play my remake this turn. And balancing the dungeons seems fine, I guess. Let's just do this. There's really no point in picking this up. I got 2 labs down here. We'll probably have a good turn next turn. Might as well just get another distant lands. Seems fine. So I got a bunch of stuff on my mat here. It's all bad, which is actually great. I can just pick it up and remake it whenever I want. This guy's going to find my council room and skip it this turn with the Noble Brigand. You ready? Oh, okay, great. Well, he got one of my excess silvers. I'm going to have to consider what I want to do about that. I might have to, like, get a Noble Brigand. But overall, like, this was fine. No Sea Hag. Did he trash that? No, he just doesn't have the terminal space for it. He decided he wanted to play Noble Brigand number 2 over Sea Hag. Interesting. Okay. I mean, good for you. I'm not necessarily judging. No, that's not what I wanted, but it's probably fine. I meant to click undo. But I'm bad, so I didn't. Yeah. That. I probably should have played the dungeon first, right? It's a shame that I'm bad at this game. Well, it's not that bad. I can seed next hand with a copper and mat a copper, which sounds like a great idea. And it's not that bad. It just means I get like $1 less this turn, $2 less this turn. Whatever. I'll try not to be bad. I could play the remake and like draw some things, but there's not much that I can actually play. Because I really want to play both of these distant lands, unless I want to remake one of them, which is not crazy. could remake Distant Lands silver into Noble Brigand gold. Yeah. Seems just fine. Let's do that. Boom! Get wrecked by my copper junking. Yeah. I want to get a Distant Lands and then either Council Room or Lab. I'm really tempted by Council Room just so that I have 2 copies of the card in the deck and I can just like remake the other one if I really feel like it. It's just the turns where I can find a Council Room are so much better than the turns when I can't. And I'm probably overdrawing anyway. Just a Council Room in the deck to have an extra copy in the deck. I should also consider bonfiring. What's that going to do to my payload? Next turn, I'll make 10. It could be more, right? I mean, I could draw and play that copper on the deck there, and I could Noble Brigand something. 10 or 11. It's not awful, but I don't like it as much. I would rather have like a lab, which means I would rather have a Council Room. Let's do that. Remaking into the gold seems fine. Putting Overdraw on the deck is fine. I don't regret this, even though I drew both of them. Like, it's fine. Oh, 3 cards. That's so many cards, man. Ooh, I drew a gold. I love golds. Did I go first? I think he went first, right? Yeah, he went first. I feel like I'm ahead. Put a card on the mat. Okay, he gets a silver from me. That's not great. Who still had an estate? He bought an estate? For battlefield points, I guess? That's weird. When did you buy an estate? Turn 12? Ew. Alright, bro. Suit yourself. Well, kids, I guess I'm playing both of these council rooms. Who'd have thought? There's 3 cards in that discard, and one of them's a lab. I should just play the dungeon. I'll probably find the lab. I might not have to play the council room. It's fine. I really don't want to play this council room. Because I want to play these 3 terminals. It seems super not worth it. Gold and silver. He has 4 hidden points. Right? Just wondering if I should consider getting some distant lands instead. Maybe distant lands and silver. I'd rather not. Cool. He hits one of my golds. It's really annoying how, like, he's hitting me and I'm never hitting him. I understand he has 2 Noble Brigands, but, like, he's hit me 3 times. I haven't hit him at all. Okay, he finally got rid of that lady. Is he going to buy that last distant lands? If I was him, I'd feel pretty good about that. Got him! Get wrecked. I have 12 minus whatever I remake this turn. I could remake 2 coppers and get sadness. There's 4 more dollars in my discard pile. So I could play the remake and get up to 14 and get Province and Lab. I could also remake the Council Room. but that I don't like that very much. I think I'd prefer to play the council room. So he has 8 hidden points. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a little less good, but still fine. I'm just glad he's not hitting my golds. That could actually hurt. If I play both council rooms this turn, I'm pretty sure I could remake 2 coppers and double province, right? No. I'd have to hit something with the Noble Brigand and draw it. Wow, after all of that, he still has less payload than me. That's kind of amazing. Oh, pardon me. That was rude. Let's drink some more fizzy sody pop. This is a great hand. I should be able to draw everything. Just kind of hope that my Noble Brigand hits now. Bagoo! Ooh, got one. Nice. Nine, 15, a lot. Great. I can double province this turn. How does he have 22 points? Did I just fail to count, or did he still has a distant lands in his deck? What? 2, 3. Okay. He has a distant lands he hasn't played. Well, we're doing that, and we're doing this, and we're doing that, and yeah. Feel pretty good. There aren't many plays from him here that can feel all that great. He can only get 1 province. Unless he hits me with a Brigand, in which case, I don't know, he still kind of can't. I mean, if he hit a gold from me, then he might feel okay about it, but... I don't think I have enough draw to really do any remake tricks. it would be pretty difficult to do that. It's not impossible, but it would be pretty difficult. If he gets 2 provinces here, then, I mean, unless he brigands me and hits me real bad, then I can just double province and win. He's probably going to play that. Oh, great. He got a gold. I'm really glad that happened. I also don't think he can double province even with getting that gold. What? Come on. It's really obnoxious. Is he remaking coppers, I guess? He still has 2 coppers left. Okay, so he didn't draw everything. There's at least 1 silver that he didn't draw. But there's... I mean, if he doubles next turn, that's... I don't think that's something I can play around, because it requires him to, like, yet again be hitting more of my stuff with Noble Brigand. Sick. Are there any tricks? I can remake lab into gold, draw it with dungeon. That'll give me some undisclosed amount of money. Let's count that amount of money. I'd have to remake a copper to do it. So I would have 3, 9, 15. I could remake a province to mill a province. So I could spend 7 to mill a province this turn. Is that actually good? Let's say I do that. So I'm effectively going to single province this turn. Well, no, I would have 40 VP, but there would be 1 province left in the supply. So a province and a duchy from him would win. He had 9 last. He had like 11 in his deck. So if he just brigands a silver, he can do that. I don't like that. It doesn't seem good. I want to leave 2 provinces in the supply. So we're going to get 1 province. I don't want to remake the lab. So now I have 4, 8, 11. I must have counted something wrong. Yeah, I thought I had, like... That play I just described with the milling a province is nowhere close to possible. I'm not close to 16. I'm going to have $11. I'm going to get a province and probably a silver. I also couldn't draw what I played because remake is my last action. I'm really good at this game. Yeah, so I'm just not playing the remake, and we're gonna... Yeah, okay, right. We're gonna do the things. That, and we need to get one of those. Oh, this is nice. Cool. It's a shame that the game log is stuck here. It would be better if the game log would just, you know, whatever. Oh. Hey, look at all these coppers I have now. It's payload. Skipping those isn't my favorite thing, but I'm up to $15 in payload now. And he really doesn't want to get either of these provinces. He's actually in a rough situation here. Like, I have a lot of points. Yeah, like, there's not really a strong play for him to make here. He can either get a province, and then single province wins for me, and that sucks. Or he can not get a province, get 2 duchies, and then, like, I get 1 province, and I'm still in great shape next turn. Like, he would have to province duchy after that, but, like, I get an estate on top of it, and I'm doing fantastic. So, like, what does he do? He gets 2 golds. Oh. I feel like you have to get a gold in the council room here. Because, like, you're going to need some more buys, bro. Like, you're gonna fall too far behind in points. What did I set aside? Noble Brigand. Oh, it's right there, too. That's nice. I wonder if it displays everything here when I have, like, 10 cards on there. I'm curious. Silver. Okie doke. Hey, we got back to it. That makes me happy. Let's pick this up. Let's play this. And this. Count. 8, 14, 15. Oh, got one. Skadoosh-a-roni. So I just want to get province and duchy here, right? There's no reason to get an estate. Is there even a reason to get the duchy? But I can do that and remake the coppers, right? I've got 4, 10, 15. So I can go down to 13. So yeah, we got to get rid of these coppers. We're doing that. Man, I really want to get like a lab or something. The duchy just feels like it does nothing. I win this game now by getting that province. He still only has 2 gains. He could like remake into a council room and maybe get 3, but still he can't catch up with that. And I think I would prefer to have the lab over the council room. Yeah. Hi, puppy dog. Hi. This is puppy dog. She wants to be fed. I should probably feed her. After this game, I'm going to make an adjustment to my internet connection, and then we're going to play a test game and see what happens. Oh, look, I drew a silver. That's nice. I've dropped 0 frames so far, so that's pretty great. We're going to start to stress the internet connection. And See if it breaks it. Right, puppy dog? Right, pepperoni pizza. Okay, he's remaking into Duchies. He's doing it. Am I about to get punished for not getting the Duchy? Yes. Nice. Well, guess I should have remembered that he can remake into Duchies. Cool.